Hello, do you know what this is? It has some identifying information on here. This is what I'm having to do. You see, I have obstructive sleep apnea, proven in multiple tests. An in-lab sleep study done in 2020, an at-home sleep study done last year. The first one, I got an apnea score of 25, and the one from last year that was at home, I had an apnea score of 22, all within the realm of moderate sleep apnea, pushing towards the outer range. I think it goes that above 30 is actually severe sleep apnea. Along with that, I have hypertension. I already struggle with anxiety, but all research shows that anxiety is increased and can be decreased when it's treated. Because of my anxiety and claustrophobia, I can't do CPAP. So that's why I went untreated for so long. I did it for a month. It was the worst month of my life, sleep-wise. I was extremely sleep deprived because I was more and more afraid to even try to go to sleep. So, anyway, that was done. I worked my butt off to lose weight to qualify for an Inspire device implant so that I could have it treated. I want to be healthy. I want to have something done. And after last year's at-home sleep study, my insurance approved for me to have what's called a DISE, D-I-S-E study. And that is basically an endoscopy. It's very shallow, though. They only watch in the back of your throat. They put you to sleep and watch you snore. They want to make sure the kind of obstructive sleep apnea doesn't have to do with something up in the nose or something lower, that it comes from the tongue itself. They proved that. Those findings proved that, yes, I'm a great candidate for an Inspire device. And CPAP didn't work. Still a great candidate. So, they approved for me to have the surgery. And they've paid for it. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're on a federal employee plan because my wife works for the VA. And you know what? That's taxpayer money, too. But it's for something that is right. Because I have this problem. And it's going to decrease. Eventually, I may not have to take blood pressure medication. My weight's going to come down. I'm going to have fewer physical therapy appointments because you lose weight easier when you sleep properly. People who have obstructive sleep apnea, it's a vicious circle because it's difficult to lose weight and it makes you sometimes gain weight or at least be difficult to lose weight, but losing weight will help it as well. All of this is important because the insurance company agreed that I have this. Part of the FDA-approved plan of care for someone with an Inspire device after surgery is first healing, 6 weeks approximately, 4 to 6 weeks of healing. Then they turn it on, and they start to turn it on. Now, they guess based on how much your tongue moves, and that's a very subjective guess in the office, where to start you at. They started me at level 1, and we do it for 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, you go back in, because now you're used to the device being on enough that they know you're going to be getting good sleep with it. Okay, it's not going to be disrupting your sleep, because it's shocking your tongue, basically. At that point, you're supposed to have an in-lab sleep study. Now, this in-lab sleep study requires you to go in because they need to be able to control the device, because they can adjust it while you're sleeping with a little thing that they put here on your chest. They'll tape it to you, and that connects just like the remote I have at home. See, I can adjust it once before I go to sleep, but once I'm asleep, can't adjust it again. That's important. They denied that in-lab sleep study. They called it experimental. The denial was seen by an internal medicine doctor. They also tried to deny that I actually have sleep apnea. In that one, they didn't name any specific numbers. So we appealed it with my doctor. And they're only giving me that one appeal right now with them. See, this appeal, with all these records and all the other ones I'm going to include, and possibly a second opinion, because they're claiming I don't even have obstructive sleep apnea. Now, if I get a second opinion, we know what that doctor's going to ask for. An at-home sleep study. Something they don't have to get a pre-authorization for, like the in-lab sleep study. So that's a waste of money right there. If we decide to try to test my device with at-home sleep studies, it has to be tested at all of the 10 levels of power that it runs at. That's 10 at-home sleep studies, because I can only adjust it once before I go to sleep. If I set an alarm to try to wake up and adjust it over and over, I wouldn't be sleeping. The only way is to have someone else controlling it. So, more waste. Each of those appointments is going to have not only the doctor's appointment and the at-home sleep study, but a follow-up appointment. That's about 12 appointments with a specialist, no doubt, and 11 at-home sleep studies. That's what they want us to do. You can't tell me that one in-lab sleep study is going to cost us, all of us, because this is paid for with taxpayer money, because my wife takes care of our veterans. I'm also the son of a disabled veteran who died due to Agent Orange exposure from lymphoma. Really not pertinent necessarily to this case, but is kind of showing what's going to happen. That's waste. And because they've already said I have sleep apnea and now they're trying to deny that I do, somewhere along the line, there could be fraud. I'm not saying there is. That's up to a court to decide. So, let's see. I'm going to send copies of all this paperwork, not just to OPM, because that's the next step, and ask them to do an appeal. Now, that could take months. It could take a year. With the way they've been cutting things right now, they're understaffed already. Could take a long time. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep pushing this. If they deny it too, I've already spoken with a lawyer, and they're willing to take my case, but I have to do this step first. But I'm going to send this to the congressman while I'm at it. I'm posting here, but I'm also thinking all this information needs to be sent to the media. This is a hot topic right now. And they won't even tell me the name of the second doctor, the one that was actually a pulmonologist. The first one that denied it was an internal medicine doctor, not even qualified. It's not under his scope of care to judge on one of these cases. Anyway, this video is already going long, but this is a horrible misuse of taxpayer money already, and it's about to get more. The money they've spent on these denials, and it looks like they're cherry-picking data, because they're quoting me not having obstructive sleep apnea because that one time for 24 minutes in that at-home sleep study I had a year ago, I only had 5 episodes. They're saying that means I don't have obstructive sleep apnea. My entire night's apnea score was still 22, despite that. So, you tell me in the comments, what is it that you think should be done? And send this to your congressman, too. Thank you.